Hey guys, it's OG Jack Daniels. Couldn't do an intro, couldn't do anything because StreamYard obviously wants to take my money before I can do an intro again or do any kind of branding. I might have to look into this crap because um, that's bullshit. Anyway, so what's how you guys doing tonight? My boy Jack Kennan with me. We're doing kind of a Dos Pendejos show. What's up, Jack?
Hey, OG, salute, brother, and happy birthday to you.
Hey man, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm just like I haven't been on StreamYard in months, and now they want money for everything. It's like, fuck you,
Really?
clown.
They want you to pay money to do a stream?
I can't do a background. I can't run my video. I can't run my intro no more. It's like, come on, get the fuck out of here.
That's great, great. Well, I hope you had a good birthday with your family and your friends, and you got to
Nah,
hang
man,
out.
I ran errands, did my normal shit. I didn't even realize it was my fucking birthday this morning. I'm eating some food. My wife comes up, goes, "Happy birthday." I turn around, look at the calendar. What the fuck? Oh shit! I forgot.
Well, you got a good wife, Mrs. OG is a good woman.
Yeah, but I totally forgot it was my birthday. I didn't give a shit. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like 58. What do I care? You know?
Yeah, when you get to God, the whole world, once you get in the 50s, like you don't really want to recognize birthdays almost anymore. So I get it. I'm there. I'm there with you, bro.
Right. There's damn near 8 billion people on this earth. You know how many people had birthdays today? Like 24 point some odd million people. It's like, divide by 365. It's not that fucking important.
Honestly, it's like, in the world of insurance that I work in, once you hit year 25, then who cares after that? You know what I mean?
Right.
If,
Right.
it, if it's not giving you any money or saving you money, then forget it.
No, I don't understand. I celebrated birthdays till I was like 34, 35. After that, I was like, yeah, what the fuck ever, you know?
Yeah, I don't really care. It's like, it's about maybe go out to dinner or something like that.
No,
That's
we
about
got
it.
we got us a couple of pizzas last night. I still got a fucking fourth of a pizza left. It's and she's got half a pizza left, and we're like, yeah, whatever, fuck it. Let's just eat the party the whole goddamn weekend. And
Well, definitely not in my household because I got two teenage boys, one that's 19 and 18. Man, I get three extra large pizzas and they're gone by the next day. Those kids eat it up.
right, we don't have that. It's just me and her. We buy a couple of pizzas. We're good all weekend, each. She can't. She's lactose intolerant, so we tell them put as very little cheese as possible on hers. Me, extra cheese, bitches. Let's go. Throw it. Let's do it. But
I hear that.
no, man, this is cool. Look at. I'm gonna talk to the chat for a second because I'm seeing all kinds of motherfuckers, good motherfuckers in here. Let's see. We got Al's Ghost. Hey, thank
Oh,
you, brother. Happy for the birthday wishes. Great Southern Trend Kill. Richard Lyon, Sean Johnson, The Nation Nightmare. Damn, all the birthday wishes. Port Adelaide. How you doing? Raphael, hey brother. Big Worm, Vinny Thomas,
word.
Matt Marinovich. Hey guys, good to see you in here. Look, man, I know I ain't been on in a while, but I just want to hang out today. It's my birthday. I ain't talking. We'll talk Raiders. We'll talk whatever the fuck we want to talk. You know what I mean?
It's
But I,
Worm's birthday too. So Worm, salute.
yeah, I
Happy
know.
birthday to you, brother.
I have the same birthday, bro. That's cool as shit. And before any of you make any jokes about April Fool's Day and my birthday and all that, go fuck yourself. Just saying up front.
Oh,
Well,
you pulled my thunder, bro.
yeah. No, everybody's like, oh, April Fool's, that's OG's birthday. Yeah, that's appropriate. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Oh, it's good to see all the nation in here, brother, and to celebrate it with you.
Hey, you know what? I got to tell you, Jack, one time you made a comment to me on a phone call. You said all the best of the nation are your subscribers. And I went through them and I'm like, God damn, he's right. Like the best, only the best of the best are follow my channel. It's like nice. Big
They
Worm,
do,
happy
bro.
birthday, bro.
You know, as being a mod of like, I don't care about the conflicts of, one YouTuber from another, but I enjoy good Raiders chat, like, talking just Raiders football. And, I enjoy the best with you, bro, more than anyone else. And it's like, and, like when I hear like, I'm a spy or like whatever this on one channel or another, I'm like, no, I just want to talk Raiders football. We're all Raiders fans. So when, push comes to shove, I don't care about the politics or the drama or the desperate housewives. We're all Raiders fans. So we're all brothers and sisters for that matter.
Port Adelaide Raider, you're a prick, but I love you. OG shows God has a sense of humor with you being born.
April Fool's Day.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Anyway, no, man, this is cool, man. I haven't been out forever. Jack Kenna's a fucking spy.
I'm always spying.
Hey, Jack. Happy belated, brother. He's still 3 days older than me, old man. Wow. No, man, this is.
I'm just glad that both you brothers, you and Cap, are like older than me.
Not by much.
No, just a couple years. Just a couple years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But no, dude, this is like I ran errands today. I went and picked up 800 pounds of gravel to fix my driveway because it washed out. It wasn't enough. I went and picked up another 250 today. You know what I found out? Wasn't enough. Like life throws bullshit at you, and I'm just like, I mean, we could talk Raider stuff. We could talk whatever. I'm just doing life today and enjoying it. And man,
Well, if we're here, we got to talk Raiders. We got to talk Raiders.
yeah. What do we got to talk about?
So, okay, let's talk about it. I want to hear the OG Jack Daniels, like being the general manager of this team on your birthday. Like, what is your birthday wish for the Raiders?
We've been signing depth pieces, man. We better fucking knock it out in the draft. I'm just saying. We've been signing depth pieces, guys are where I'm like, okay, whatever, but we better knock it out in the draft because right now we are not looking that great on paper, bro. We are not looking like we're going to run this division at all.
It's all about depth pieces, like what we've been doing.
Like,
I mean, honestly, it's like out of all the players that we have, I see 3 starters. I mean, 3 starters from other teams, not re-signing our own. I'm not going to go into the right tackle, discussion.
I'm just saying, right now we'll be lucky if we could sweep the Broncos this year. Right now, that's it, man. I'm not looking too hopeful at this moment. We better do well. We better do well because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not looking good on paper.
One never knows. That's why it's a big question mark, and we always watch it. We get our hearts broken as Raider fans, and we like celebrate and are so happy when we get the big W's. So we'll see.
I watched a video earlier. It was 2016 Raiders highlights. And we were killing everybody. We're 12-4. We're going to win the Super Bowl. My brother, who hates the fucking Raiders, he's a fake Pirates fan. Ted, you fuckers are gonna win the Super Bowl this year. And then we played the Colts in our last week. Derek Carr's ankle got broken. We should have won the Super Bowl that year.
Man, we should have won a lot more Super Bowls, to be honest with you, man.
Dude, we were 12-4. We should
I
have
mean,
won.
we're talking Raiders history, right? It's like, let's not get into that. Let's keep it current. But how many times have we felt like the refs, busted our asses and caused us games? Just stupid shit.
2016, we were 12-4. We had this shit. We were about to smack the Colts in our final game of the season. Derek Carr's ankle got broken. And we should have won the Super Bowl that year. Everybody knew we were going to win it. Even fucking guys who hated us were like, yeah, you guys are going to win the Super Bowl. And then that happened. And it was so fucking tragic and so fucking heartbreaking. And ever since then, I just haven't gotten over it. It's 7 years now.
Man, I can't get over Franco Harris's reception and which there's no footage on it, and they win the game and they asked about how many security guys we have in the building. Okay, Steelers win. Oh, and Cap, salute, brother. Cap's like, where's your wife at?
Other room. Just let me do my thing tonight because I haven't done my thing in a while. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to see it. It's right there. I just put the link in. Anybody who wants to come in, because tonight's a chop it up night, bro. We can talk Raiders, we can talk family, we can talk fucking anything. Okay, we're all good with that.
I want to hear your opinion of, since you haven't been on in a while, the Raider Nation wants to know. I know your opinion.
Hey, Jack, before I start this, I want to talk to OG about some personal life. OG, you remember I took care of my uncle you remember, OG, that been taking care of my uncle?
Yeah.
He passed away on Thursday night.
Damn, Cortez.
I'm just going through it, taking home. I was a provider. It just hurts me being with him for 4 years. Nice to see you again, Captain Jack. I remember seeing you at the Seahawks game. Yeah, it's just hard.
Best to you and condolences to you on your loss.
I'm sorry, brother.
Yeah, bro. Football's not even on my head right now. It's just.
I know you lost your mom last year, and now you
lost. And then I lost
uncle.
Another uncle 3 weeks ago before that Thursday, and then I lost him Thursday night.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
Yeah, I tried calling you earlier, OG, but you must have been busy.
No, I got a new phone, and I'm still fighting to get it connected, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, bro. Whenever you do, just give me a call. You still got my number.
I got your number, man.
Yeah.
Cortez, it's like, I'm so sorry for your loss, brother. But I will say
bro,
that you are one of my few brothers
I'm not even
that you're a Raiders and a Giants fan.
Yeah, bro. Giants won today. Let's get it. Yeah, aren't you in the Sacramento area?
Jack? Absolutely. 916. Yeah. All day.
I'm up in Orville, north of you. By Chico in that Chico area.
Yep, I know where Chico is. I was just at Chico last weekend. Yeah. My son was looking at Chico State as a college, so
yeah, Mark Davis little job that he was doing there. Mark Davis.
So hey, Captain Jack, how you doing, man?
You're muted, Captain.
You're muted, bro.
You're still muted, bro.
You're muted, Captain Jack.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I was muted because, apologies, for about the last 15 minutes, I've been listening to Mrs. Captain bitch about how San Diego State should have won the game. They should have won the game if they did this. They should have won the game if they did that. They should have won the. Oh, he missed another free throw. They should. I said there's 2.5 freaking minutes left in the game. They're down by 1. Guess who won the game in a last-second shot with like 0.5 seconds to go? San Diego State beats Florida Atlantic, and I'm like, it's like they should have won the game if they did. They should. I said there's 2.5 minutes left, and then when they do, and that's why I put it on mute because I hear the I'm in the back, and I'm like, it's not over yet. It's freaking college basketball. Now, if they were down like 26 with 2.5 minutes to play, then I would have said they lost the game. They were down by 1. They were down by 1. But again, that's immaterial. That's why I had the microphone. I am here because some old bastard is having a birthday today. And thank you there, Mrs. Chronicles. She was saying, damn, Captain, about, I'm like, which comment that I made that was so offensive is not true. But that's the way it is. But again, happy birthday to OG. I'm taking a timeout from scanning all my paperwork and more, and there's like a whole boat ton. I got to get it scanned into like a document, and then I got to send it to my accountants.
Thank you guys for all the
So I've got to do that. And again, say blessings to Cortez and positive feelings there. But I just wanted to stop by because I knew it was your birthday. Actually, it's my brother's birthday as well, but I'm not very close to my brother. That's all I'm going to say.
It's also Big Worm's birthday. How you doing, Kojo?
Happy birthday, OG, and my condolences to you, Cortez. I'm sorry, bro.
Thank you, bro.
That's the second time you've had to go through this.
Yeah, and 3 a year ago, my mom passed, and her brother.
Yeah, within the last 3 years, I've lost my aunt, my parents. So
yeah, it's
I
same,
know all
bro.
about it, bro.
Hey, Cujo.
Yo,
Salute,
what's up?
brother. My
Salute,
916
Jack.
brother.
Salute. How you doing?
The one man
Jack.
I've gone to
Nice
see
to
a
see
Raiders
you.
game and watch it on, go to a bar and hang out and have a game. 916 all day, every day, brother.
Hey, well, you know what? We need to do a Florida trip and hang out with Captain Jack. You know what I'm saying? When next time the Raiders play in Florida, whether it's the Buccaneers or the Jaguars or the Dolphins, we all should get together down there. I ain't never been to Florida, so I've always wanted to go.
I tell you, it's the Dolphins this year, and God help if they schedule it like they normally do. It's going to be
In September.
It's going to be an early game. It's going to be a sweat your balls off game. And I can't stand games like that because, again, I live here. And that's why during those portions of the year, I stay indoors. I stay in the air conditioning. But no, they schedule a Miami game for like September. The last time we were in Florida, other than last year when we went to Jacksonville, it was later on in the year. It was
in October, so yeah.
And Jacksonville is close to the water, so it was pleasant, right? So that wasn't bad. But the year prior or whatnot, when they did the back-to-back, when we went from Tampa to Jacksonville to Tampa, that was in October, but it was still balls hot. So if it's a Florida game, you better hope that it's November or later.
November, December,
yeah, November or later, because otherwise it sucks. It really does.
It's a nut roast.
And I hate that they make us wear black jerseys in Florida every time. Even like when we played in Carolina a few years ago, we were in black, and I'm like, I don't like that because I wish we had a alternate jersey on the road, like a silver jersey or something.
Well, and that's up to the home team, and that's why they do it. Because again, the home team for like when we're in Tampa, the home colors for the fake Pirates is the Reds, but because it's the Raiders playing, they make us wear the black jerseys to put the humidity on us. And in Miami's home jersey is white anyway, so we're going to wear black, period, when we play Miami in Miami. Jacksonville, same thing. Their home jerseys are the teal, and they'll wear the white jerseys to make us wear the black jerseys. It's very rare that they actually I think in DeMarcus's first game, and I was at DeMarcus's first game that he got a touchdown was against the Jaguars. I think we were wearing white because it was later in the year. It was like in December. And then
we were wearing white.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
we
that
were.
game. We were white.
We were wearing white because it doesn't matter at that point. It's cool and it's, in December. But if it's early in the year, dollars to donuts, nuts roasting to nuts roasting, we'll be wearing black.
So, Cap, being a Florida guy, what do you think of Richardson?
I'm on, what do you call it? I've said it.
I know you said it.
A month and a half, I said that I do not want Richardson. And it's not because I don't like him. It's because he is raw as raw can be. He needs to work on accuracy, and that needs to be taught. He has an arm that can literally, who is it? Jabustis would stand on the goal line, or actually not stand. He would put his knees down on the goal line and throw the football from the goal line to the other end zone. He has that type of arm, even better. But with Richardson, he doesn't know where it's going. And so I've been pretty sour on him because, again, it would be a time where the Raiders would have to take at least 2 years of putting him under wing with somebody to teach him how to be a better quarterback as far as accuracy. Now, the one thing I heard that made me kind of said okay is the kid is 20 years old.
He's 20. 13 games. Trey Lance had 17 games, but they still can't figure that kid out either.
Yeah, he's 20 years old. And
This guy, Richardson, his floor is pretty good, but his ceiling is cathedral.
Well,
Like, 2 years from now, he could be a fucking superstar.
But the point is this, okay? We got a quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo that is fantastic when available. The problem with Jimmy Garoppolo is his availability. And
Right.
the likelihood that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to compete and play in all 17 games, I would take a bet in Vegas.
I think a bet is 0.
Exactly. And that's not hating on Garoppolo. It's just that, historically, he can't finish a large portion of games. Now, if you say that if Garoppolo will play in, give me like 66% of the games, maybe he would cover that bet. But he'll be out. But he's going to be out for at least 1/4 to 1/3 of the games that the Raiders play this year, which means that's going to be 4, 5, or 6 games.
Yeah, that's what I got him at. I got him at 11 games, 11, 12 games playing for the season. But the thing is, our offense is not like the Niners. The Niners put their quarterbacks in situations where they get hit unnecessarily. Like they're doing end arounds, they're doing bootlegs, naked bootlegs. McDaniels ain't going to do that. I mean, I know.
Well, Cujo, we do that because we have a poor right side of our line. The right side of our line is horrible.
It was pretty good last year down the stretch. It was pretty good down the stretch.
Well, I think
you want to bank on that?
I think a lot of that is because of the ability of Josh Jacobs. And I'm going to say this right now. Again, this is not hate. I have a source that's well placed in the organization that says Josh Jacobs will be gone before draft day. And I know it's April 1st. I know it's April 1st. So if my source was hoodwinked because of an April 1st gag. The source is a well-placed source that has told me really good information in the past. And I have a couple of them. I'm not going to dime them out. But this source says that from what he is hearing, Josh Jacobs is going to be gone before draft day. And again, I want to see if that still is the same thing he hears tomorrow when it's April 2nd. But I'm dropping some information on OG show so that OG has the what do you call it, the hot take per source of mine. But
I wouldn't be shocked if that happens.
I've
wouldn't be
heard.
shocked, OG. I would not be shocked.
I have a source also who said pretty much the same thing, but I heard it won't be till after June. But I'm not sure, and I'm just like, things are gonna get really bad if we get rid of Josh Jacobs. And I've heard a source of mine told me that after the June deadline, we aren't gonna have Josh Jacobs. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Well,
So,
OG, no. I'm not gloom and doom on that. It depends on what the value is.
right. I'm just saying is I've heard the same thing. It might not happen till June, but it's just, God, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, you know what? Like I said, if Josh Jacobs is lost, and hopefully it's before the draft because I want a 1 for him.
Yeah, at least a 1 and a 2 or a 3.
Right. I want a 1 for him this year.
Because we could get something, we could get a better draft pick
Right.
now.
Or if it's one of those things where we say, okay, I'll take a 2 this year and a 1 next.
Yep.
What's going on, Alex? Go.
But
So,
fellas, how's it going?
Good.
All right, how are you doing?
good to see you there, guys. Hey, guys, it's nice seeing you. You got to come over and come in more often on my show
I
because
know, Captain. I need to show up again over.
yeah. Well, and not just show up, come in. Come in. I know that OG has like 3 screens, 4 screens, 5 screens. I don't like 3 screens, 4 screens, or 5 screens. I really don't, because then you're fighting for talking. But come on in and talk one-on-one, and don't be shy over on me, because I'll talk with you one-on-one. And that I'm putting that out as a what do you call it? Not as a tease, not as
everybody in the chat, Team Mascot, Turkey, all you guys, thank you for the birthday wishes, man. I appreciate that. I didn't even realize it was my birthday until my wife said happy birthday to me this morning, and I was looking at the calendar going, oh shit, I guess it is my birthday. I forgot, bro.
And it wasn't an April Fool's joke either.
Yeah.
No, once you're 58, man, you don't give a shit, you know?
Yeah, I don't look forward to my birthday anymore either.
Yeah, I don't even look forward for mine either. And I'm
Well,
young.
I can tell you guys a really cool birthday story if you want to hear one. When I was in the Navy, I used to have this saying, well, at least they can't take away my birthday. That was my attitude, blah, blah, blah. Fuck these guys and put me through shit. You can't take away my birthday. One year, we're on deployment, Westpac. We're getting ready to cross the international date line. The captain, instead of crossing it, turns north and then south and paralleled it for 12 hours.
Wow.
On midnight, March 31st, we crossed, and we were on April 2nd. They took away my fucking birthday. And the captain thought it was funny he took away my birthday, because I always used to say, at least they can't take away my birthday. Yeah, those motherfuckers can.
Well, they did.
They took away my fucking 23rd birthday. So I'm from 22 and wait for my next birthday to be 24.
Only in the Navy, brother. Only in the Navy. And again, I can't top that. I got to say goodbye, guys. but I wanted to say happy birthday to OG. Thank you for supporting the old bastard here, although he's not the oldest bastard on this panel because I got him by 3 days.
That's
So,
right.
But
Hey, brother, it was good seeing you, though, man. Good talking with you again.
guys,
Have a
take
good
care.
night, Captain Jack.
We'll see you tomorrow. Remember, come on in and talk shit about OG tomorrow on my show too. That'll be good. How's those, Cortez Pooch? Good to see you.
Salute, Captain.
Be well,
Salute.
be well, be well. Y'all take care out there and stay safe.
Good night,
You
brother.
too.
All right, good night, guys.
All right. Now I got one for you, OG. I got robbed of my 21st birthday because I turned 21 out to sea, and I was pissed. I had to wait like 3 days to go to a bar to actually use my ID and not worry about it being fake.
No, I understand, man. Military can fuck you up like that.
Man, I'm sorry, Miss Cap on the salute. Al's Ghost. I see a lot of my brothers out here. So salute to all the Raider Nation guys I see out here supporting your
Salute, Jack.
birthday, OG.
Happy birthday, OG. I wanted to come on and say happy birthday, verbally. You do a lot for the nation. You're a historian of the nation. We really respect you out here. So happy birthday, man.
I'm just an old man telling you to get the fuck off my lawn. No, I'm an old guy who likes to tell old stories about our glory days and the wonderful things we did because I got to enjoy them. And a lot of you younger guys don't, and I feel bad for you. But if I could share the good times with you and all the glory times, that's why I started my channel. I didn't want to I didn't give a shit about being monetized. I'm still not monetized. I don't give a shit. Not begging, subscribe and hit the this and whatever. I wanted
So
to
Raider Nation, subscribe to our brother OG. We all love him. We all respect him. Subscribe to this motherfucker. Do it. Give him a birthday wish. And I have a birthday question too. So OG, if you were Ziegler right now and you get the number one, you got the number 7 pick in the draft, what do you want to do with it? If it's your team.
In the fucking face. After that, okay, after I punch Josh McDaniels in the face, with the 7th, I'm taking the fucking guy that everybody's fucking concerned about drag racing. Take his ass down, Jalen Carter, and go, look, okay, here's the scoop. We've had some disasters with this bullshit. You're going to continue it? And he says, no, sir. Good. We're going to grab you, but don't you fucking fuck me, kid, because I swear to God, I'll bury your ass. There I am. Now, as far as the nation, you guys, I don't ask for you to subscribe or pay money or any of that shit. I'm here to bring you history. I'm here to bring you the good old days. I'm here to talk to you about the times we've had. That was the whole point of my fucking channel. I'm not subscribe, send me money, ring your notification, whatever. I don't do that bullshit. I'm here to share with you the great and glorious times of the Raiders and make sure you understand our history. I want to be the Willie Brown of Raider Nation on YouTube. You need to know our history and what we were, who we are. And that is why I do this bullshit. This is why I do this channel. It's to share all that shit with you. And if any of you are new here, go back to February of last year and watch. Me and Captain Jack had an interview with Phil Villapiano, the greatest storyteller in the NFL. And as soon as you see him on there, you're gonna be like, damn, yeah, I know that guy from NFL Films. And he's telling great stories about our past and our past players. We've done interviews like that with a few guys. They've all give us some exclusive cool stories about shit that happened. with our Raiders. Guys, we're Raiders. It's important you know this shit. That's the only fucking reason I'm here, man. It's the only reason I do this shit. I want you to know our history. It's important.
I absolutely agree with what you said, brother. You know, not every Raider fan has been privileged if they're younger, which kind of sucks because I would trade some of these years like to be younger and watch, John Madden 759 win percentage and watch all the Hall of Famers that have gone in and all the winning seasons.
Coach in the NFL.
Yes. And it's like, you and I get that.
Right.
Not many people not many guys can understand or see that, but I got to give them an extra salute because of that. You and I grew up like the expectation was that's our expectation, to win and dominate and crush people every year. These younger kids, man, they don't get that. They see the losing seasons and the bad draft picks and everything else year after year after year.
Al got old and made bad decisions. Mark took
over. Oh, absolutely.
We have been in a fucking drought since 2002, 21 fucking years. Okay.
Well, it's like what our brother Cujo's on the panel right now. He pointed it out on his show and looked at the draft picks, the people that we were taking, and the pick right after our pick is a Hall of Famer.
Right. But now, here's the thing, man. Back in those days, Al was the coach, the fucking owner, and the GM, and he had a football mind for years, for decades. And then it went to shit. He started losing it, and bad decisions were made, and we had to pay for it decades after he's gone. Guys, at one time, we were the most winningest fucking team of any team in any pro sport.
Absolutely.
We were. We won Super Bowls in the 70s and the 80s. We were something badass at one time. Dude, we were the fucking Raiders. People didn't respect us. They feared us. Okay? And now those days are gone, man. We have been a perennial loser for 20, 30 years. Okay? We need to turn back the clock. We need to get it back to the way it was. And I don't know if the fucking Patriots way is going to work. I doubt it. We need to find our way back, though, bro. We need to find our way back to who we were.
Hey, I agree. And Ed Winchell, I see you in the chat, brother. Come on. Join in. OG's birthday.
That's right, Ed. Jump in. I'll put the link in the chat again.
But OG, let me ask you, because I've heard everybody else's opinion, and it's so far it's I want to say 40-60. They don't want him. What do you think if we trade for DeAndre Hopkins and we lose Hunter Renfrow in the process, and our offense becomes almost basically unstoppable at this point?
Okay, DeAndre Hopkins. We get rid of Hunter Renfrow. Okay,
we have to, because they're going to want something back in return. But I don't want to get rid of Hunter Renfrow. But
how much money is DeAndre Hopkins going to want?
You know what? That's the thing. I don't know. I would have to look at his freaking contract.
Isn't he $36 million a year right now? $36 million.
Keep what we got. Fuck DeAndre. You got DeAndre. You got fucking Renfrow. Renfrow ain't costing that much money, and he's good. Keep him. Fuck that shit. We don't need a bunch of bag-seeking bitches
coming to our team with bad contracts. We did that before. See,
Renfro costs less than Mayers. The Mayers guy that we got from New England. He's cheaper than Mayers.
right.
So he's like 10. He's like 10.6, I think.
Days before Jack Del Rio with all the bad contracts. Like, no, don't fuck these superstars. We don't need superstars. We need players.
I'm just saying, with our defense, until I see a somewhat decent defense, I think with the superior offense.
Don't spend money on DeAndre Hopkins when you could spend money on the fucking defense.
But are they going to do that? So far, they haven't done shit in fucking offseason that makes me want to go, yeah, we signed this motherfucker.
We better do it in the draft, and we better hit home runs. Let me tell you why. Because we haven't had a fucking defense since 2002. You know the last defense we had that was in the top 20? 2016 when we went 12-4 and Carr's ankle got broke. We were going to win the Super Bowl that year. Everybody knew it. But guess what? Give us a goddamn defense. We haven't had a defense since 2002. 21 years. Get a fucking defense put together in this fucking draft. Hit home runs and do it right, because right now we look like trash on paper.
So quick comment on the defense, fellas. So I'm actually pretty confident that we could get the ingredients on defense. And by that, I mean getting the players to perform on defense. What I'm concerned about is the guy who's steering the ship on defense, Patrick Graham, actually getting those ingredients to work together. You had this guy last season asking Max Crosby to drop into coverage on 3rd and longs. He had Cleveland Farrell playing as a defensive back in the first Kansas City game. He had the defense playing press man coverage against the Rams at the end of the game, which is one of the most heartbreaking losses in recent memory. So I don't think that the guy, and by the guy I refer to Patrick Graham, I don't think the guy's competent. So Ziegler could go ahead and have an excellent draft, but then the guy who's the head honcho on the defensive side of the ball, I don't think he's the right guy. That's sort of my take there. I think, this is reminiscent of when Jack Del Rio and John Gruden, but Jack Del Rio kept Ken Norton for so long, and similar to how John Gruden kept Paul Guenther for so long. And I feel like Josh McDaniels, one of the bad moves that he made this season is actually keeping Patrick Graham. And if you look back and look at Patrick Graham's defenses, going back to his days in New York with the Giants, they're actually not that great, with the exception of the 2016. I think that was a top 10 defense. But other than that, they're like 18, 20, in the 18 to like 26 range. He's not a proven defensive coordinator. And I feel like we have a guy in place who we didn't end up firing, who may actually screw things up really, really bad.
Well, if you look at our head coach and look at his fucking track record as a head coach, he sucks.
I agree.
Just worse than Patrick Graham. I'm just saying is, if he ain't got rid of him and hadn't made traded, we're stuck with this motherfucker again. I'm just saying is, we don't get it done in the draft, and Patrick Graham doesn't know how to use it, he's got to go. But realistically, if our offense looks like ass, they're going to get rid of the offensive coordinator because Josh McDaniels has a second scapegoat like he did last year with Derek Carr.
Right.
This guy, I don't have any faith in him at all. At all.
So go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, OG and me, Jack and I, we were talking the other day on the phone. We still do not have a freaking number one cornerback. Because we were like, who the hell is going to be our number one corner? And I said, because of height, not skill. I said because of his height, it would be Brandon Faison would be our number one corner.
Scary.
Unless they keep fucking Nate Hobbs on the outside, which I don't want. I want him back on the inside because last year it proved he cannot play outside. You know.
Yeah,
So,
and
we
Kojo
still
just
don't
think
have a number
about
one freaking corner.
Who's going to be our backup quarterback? Because Jimmy G will go down. Who's
Well, I
gonna be
mean, we still got Chase Garbers on the
Garbers.
roster, and they're gonna have to draft somebody in the fucking. I mean, I say draft Hendon Hooker in the second or third round, or
So-
draft some fucking quarterback. But it better be a quarterback in this draft because I see a lot of mock drafts there that we don't have a quarterback on there. I'm like, no, we need a quarterback because Jimmy will go down at some point.
So Kojo, a lot of people talk about how Ziegler, is like a mastermind and all that, and I think the guy is actually like really smart, and I think he knows how to evaluate personnel. But he's made some very questionable moves over, the last year or so that he's been here. So
no question.
So on the cornerback position, step back and think about, we traded away Yannick Ngakoue, right? Who had double-digit sacks the year before for a player-for-player trade for Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin is not getting extended with us, it looks like. So it was
Yeah, that's
literally
what it's looking like.
And Rock Ya-Sin was injured last year for a few games, right? So we got, I think, like 12 games out of him or something like that. And Yannick Ngakoue performed really well with the Colts. I think he may have had like double-digit sacks again or close to it. But anyways, it's a trade that didn't garner like any value for us. And
we lost that trade because we gave away Yannick. We got Chandler Jones. We got bamboozled by that motherfucker. I mean, he's making $17 million for what, 4 sacks and that miraculous return against the Patriots. I mean, I wish he would retire or they would fucking restructure his contract because he's really hampering us right now. I mean, that was just a waste of. I mean, all of us last year thought when we signed him, we're like, well, yeah, we got fucking Chandler Jones because we thought we were getting Chandler Jones from the previous year, but no, we got 2022 Chandler.
Yeah,
Jones.
but even then, Kojo, like if you guys step back and look at Chandler's production from the year before, half his sacks came in one game.
In one game, I know.
Right?
5 sacks in one game and 5 sacks the rest of the year.
Yeah, and we got bamboozled. Yeah, it was kind of like an Al Davis move towards like Al's like, towards the end of his life in which he would get these older players.
Chandler Jones is the elephant in the room. So let's go back to the draft. Okay, so let's say if Carter's there, I think we all want Carter. Am I agreed? Everyone, we all want Carter.
So
Jack,
I actually don't want him, Jack. Yeah, like
you don't want him.
As much as it hurts me, the guy's incredibly talented, right? I think he's the best defensive player in the draft. He might be actually the best player in the draft. But I just feel it's just too much of a risk, right? I feel like it's too much.
It is a risk. I agree with that. That is a risk.
Yeah, and I've heard people say, well, have like Max or Chandler, take the kid under their wing or whatever. I mean, those guys are professional football players. They're not babysitters, right? And I just feel like it's like too much. I think it's too risky for us to get a player like that, especially after, these questionable draft picks in recent history, like Henry Ruggs and Damon Arnett. Even guys, remember like Josh Jacobs also had some like DUI issue as well. Like, I mean, we we're very happy with Josh and the way that he's performed, especially last season, but he had some sort of like driving infraction as well. So, I mean, he got his act together, but my point is I feel like it's just too risky to take Jalen Carter, even though he's like an amazing player.
So if we don't go Carter, and Cujo, you read my message to you earlier today.
Yeah.
You like Tyree or Witherspoon. It's got to be one of those guys, or Murphy, like that. He's off of that, but it's got to be defensive tackle, defensive end, defensive back. It's got to be one of those three positions.
No, I wouldn't. You're not drafting a defensive end with the 7th overall pick. Not with Chandler Jones making $17 million. So that's out.
No, because after this year, then things are gonna change. And then we can cut his ass.
Yeah.
And we need a guy. We're gonna get a guy who's being older and can't produce. And if you are having top 7 pick, you got to have a guy in that position where it's a money position to take over and step up. So maybe this year they don't give him the run, but you know what? What McDaniels and Ziegler are saying right now, it's a rebuild, and we need to have the players in place. So all I know is that Tyree and Crosby versus Max and Chandler after 1 year, and when you can let him go, and he's going to immediately step in. They can rotate. You're going to play the best player you have on your team. So, yeah, I do see Weatherspoon. And Weatherspoon is better than Gonzalez, guys. I'm telling you. Gonzalez is like super fast. I know you love Cujo. You love the super fast guys. That guy's like a 4.3. But Weatherspoon is way better than Gonzalez right now.
So Jack, you know what I think what I would do is, and I'm actually completely in agreement with you, I would go defensive line, the best defensive lineman at number 7, and I would actually, go with another edge rusher. There's an old saying that you can't have enough edge rushers, right? You want those guys to come in waves. You want those guys to be fresh, when it's late in the 3rd, late in the 4th, so they could close out the games. And my personal defensive philosophy is there's 2 general schools, right? One is you build through the back with your defensive backs, or you build through the line. I'm a firm believer that you win football games in the trenches, both offensive line and defensive line. You just bulk up on the defensive line. And honestly, if I was Ziegler, I'd go defensive line through the first 3 rounds.
So if you don't want Carter, are you taking Cansey out of Pittsburgh then?
Probably,
the number 1 pick?
Yeah, I'm probably taking that guy at 7, yeah. I'm probably taking that guy at 7. And then I'm actually going defensive line again in round 2. And then in round 3, I'm also getting the best available defensive lineman.
See, the hard time I'm having with that is we took 2 defensive tackles last year. 2.
Right.
So I have a hard time of going 2 rounds again of defensive tackles. So I'm looking, the best talent on the board, which we all need defense. So the old saying goes, you want the best player available, or you want the best player available in your need. Well, right now I see Chandler Jones is not doing very good. So that is a position need, and it's a top premium position. So if you can get a guy like Tyree to fill that in, then I don't care about Chandler Jones. Let him come in and sub and do whatever he needs to do. Yes, he's making a boatload of money, but you know what? That money is already spent, so I don't care. I want production. And at the defensive tackle, I was Carter is the best person available. Cansey is a bottom end number 1 defensive tackle. I'm not going to spend a number 7 pick on him at number 7 when you can trade back up. If you really wanted him, trade back him to the 1st and get him. We have a ton of picks. We have 12 picks in this draft. We can't take them all. So I'm not going to spend that money on a guy who's not a game changer. At number 7, if we're going to spend the money, I want a game changer at whatever position is going to suit us. I don't want to just take the best player available of need when he's not the best player. When there's so many different positions, we have need on every level of this defense.
Yeah, but remember I was telling you, Jack, our weakest position right now is defensive tackle. We haven't had one in over a fucking decade. Okay, without a good defensive tackle, your edge rushers are really not that effective unless they're fucking just beasts, and we only got 1 of them. So you need a defensive tackle that can push the line and cause disruption. So that's our weakest position. And then second is cornerback. we're playing against Mahomes and fucking Herbert, and now, you know, maybe a revitalized fucking Russell Wilson, and then we got other guys. You know, we got fucking what's his name, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, wherever the fuck he's gonna land. So, cornerback, to me, if you don't have a good shutdown corner, your defense is always gonna suffer.
Man, I'll
That's
tell
the
you
last
right
line
now,
of defense.
if Faison and the kid from Minnesota are number one and number two cornerbacks, we are going to get destroyed. I'm sorry, our defensive tackles are better than what our DBs are. Our DBs are trash. Nobody liked Faison. Nobody was, sad that he left, and now he's coming back, and now Faison's going to be like a starter. Whoa, nation, come on! I mean, to me, he was a backup of a backup.
Hey guys,
So
I'm gonna close this down soon because it's getting towards my bedtime. I'm an old man, you know how it goes. I love talking with you guys, love hanging with you, but I gotta close this down soon. I want your final thoughts.
I just have one question for OG. Number one, OG, I love you, brother. We talk all the time.
Yep.
But, if it's your birthday wish, at number 7, who would be if you could have anybody, I don't care, anybody, who's your guy?
Jalen Carter. Take the risk.
That's his guy, Jalen Carter.
And OG, I hope that you get your birthday wish, brother.
Me too, man. I'm working on that shit. I got some things in the works. If this works out, I'll have my boat this year. And I want Jalen Carter, and I know there's risk, but we're not the Kansas City Chiefs. We don't hire a bunch of criminals, but maybe we should again. We used to.
Hey, the criminals served us well back in the 70s.
Europe. Chiefs are using it today. They're winning Super Bowls. Anyway, guys, good talking with you. Love hanging out with you. BL, Kojo,
Salute, fellas.
Jack.
Luke.
Y'all have a good night. Love you
Happy
guys.
birthday, man.
Hey, thank you, man. You have a
OG,
good
Cujo, Al, salute, brothers. Love you guys.
Take it
brother.
easy. Take it easy,
Y'all have a good
everybody.
night,
Take care,
fellas.
fellas. Bye.
Night.
Good night.